Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Friday again, so it's time for another time-lapse video. And this time, not with colored pencil and gouache, not with colored pencil and crayons or something else. No, this time a full-blown piece with colored pencils. Yay! I absolutely love colored pencils. I've been working with them since I could draw. Well, maybe a bit later. I started out with a gray pencil and then colored pencils were added to the mix. And oh boy, I have been using them for quite a while. For cartoony drawings, for realistic drawings, anything you can think of basically. And colored pencils, they have a special place in my heart. I started out with really scratchy ones. You can color with them, but you have to be really patient, and the layering doesn't work, and they are scratchy, and oh, they can ruin your pictures. One time my brother said, well, lovely drawing, but the colors are really scratchy, and I was devastated for a bit. Just a tiny bit, not too long, luckily. So I am making a colored pencil drawing, and this time with a new character I created quite recently, and she doesn't have a name yet. So if you have a wonderful name, leave one down in the comments, and if I find something that suits her, well, maybe she will be called that. But for now, she is the bubbly, happy, chubby forest spirit, and she lives in a very luscious and bountiful forest where she enjoys her days, relaxing, walking around, not doing too much. And because her forest is so plentiful and wonderful and luscious, she doesn't have to take that much action. So that could explain a few things of her physique. I am working on a storyboard with her, and well, she's one of the main characters, and there are two others which need to be designed. So at the moment I am working on the adventurer, who is also in the story and is a bit haughty, a bit cocky. He can run really fast, and he is quite unlucky because he isn't an adventurer actually. He's just very great at running very hard, and he escapes danger because he can run really fast. So that's interesting. I'm working on him, so I have no images to show of him yet. And the third character is an evil... Well, she looks beautiful at first, but actually she is, well, very unkind to the adventurer. So, but more about that later. When I have some materials for the storyboard, I can show them as well. So onwards to the picture. I sketched with a very light colored pencil, light green, to make the basic shapes and to pick the right shapes, lines, and so on. And after that I went in with a dark colored pencil to strengthen those lines, to strengthen the right lines. And with that it makes it really easier for me to see that as well. So darkening the lines is one of my main special tricks, I guess. Yay. After darkening those lines, I am ready to color the piece a bit more. And there are so many techniques you can use with colored pencil. You can push really hard, you can layer it very carefully by a thin layer at a time, or you could mix in some baby oil or turpentine. Basically, the possibilities are endless. In this case, I kept it quite simple and didn't use anything else besides my colored pencils, eraser, pencil sharpener, and the paper I used. So you see me scratching the surface. I like to do it lightly and not pushing too hard straight away. In the past, I've used other colored pencils, the Darwin soft colors. I used them recently as well. But I use those pretty thickly because they have a very rich and vibrant color, and you can mix them really wonderful. And for now, I'm using my favorite pencils of the time, Faber Castell Polychromos, because they are smooth, they have very vibrant colors, and they just are so wonderful. There are cheaper brands, there are more expensive brands, and it's probably mainly about taste, because some colored pencils I prefer more than the other. When you're starting out with colored pencils, you can try your first hand at some really cheap ones. We have a shop in the Netherlands which sells pretty cheap materials, like anything you can think of. And they also sell colored pencils. However, yes, you can start out with them, and if you like, you can upgrade your sets. You can buy more, you can buy loose pencils. However, the thing with the cheap ones, the pigments and isn't very good. It's sometimes a lot of glue, and you can work with them, but they are not making it more enjoyable. I can tell you that what I said at the beginning of this video. The pencils can be really scratchy, and to create a nice, smooth, even result, you have to work your ass off, or maybe use some other materials as well. So I would recommend to go for a brand that's a bit more expensive. Basically because they have more pigments, but they aren't as expensive as some colored pencil set, because there are very expensive ones. I know, I have them as well. I have a lot of colored pencils. So if you start with a couple of pencils that are a bit more expensive than the really, really cheap ones you can buy for, well, sometimes €5, sometimes even less. So when pencils are that cheap, be very aware of the quality. A brand I would recommend is Brownsail. I've used those for quite a bit, and my first high quality box was actually from them. The box I got for my birthday, they aren't available anymore, but they have wonderful different kind of sets which you can use. So that's my rambling about colored pencils. I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a nice weekend. Hope to see you next time. Bye.